Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Welcome to this week's Weekly Live. I'm Lisa DeToffel, so let's get started. Again, good morning. Thank you for coming to the Weekly Live for Relationship Communications. I'm so happy that you're here. How do you spend your time when a problem or issue arises? Do you get pulled down a rabbit hole, running around to find a solution? Or do you try to figure out the quickest and best solution to the issue at hand? Has this happened to you? This is going to be our topic today. How you spend your time. I want you to know that I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs that are looking to build their network. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. My goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get to where you want to be faster than you can on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years now. I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I've learned through my experiences. Let me know if you're joining me live. Let me know where you're coming in from. We are streaming on in different places. So thank you for joining me today. If you are joining on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified every time that we do go live. We go live various times throughout the week, and I don't want you to miss anything. So today we're going to talk about how you are using your time. Really important topic, because a lot of us, we think we're using our time one way, but when we start to dissect it and dive into it more deeply, it could be totally different. And I have been doing this lately, and it's very interesting to look at. But before we dive further into our topic, let me introduce myself and say hello. So again, if you are joining me live, thank you so much for joining. Do say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. So a little about me. When I was a preschool teacher in 2017 and prior 25 years, I dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and it didn't seem possible. I was the breadwinner for my household and was scared to take a chance to do anything on my own. But I met my husband, Jeff, in 2012, and we were married in 2016, and this is when I could see the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task at all. So with Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which showed me also how to start my own business. By the end of that program, it was a 6-month program. However, it took me about a year because I was still working full-time in a classroom. By the end of that program, I had a few clients and have continued to grow my business, and now the Tiger Eye Solution team as of 2021 every year. And my life looks a whole lot different now than it did back then. This is what my life and my family looks like today. This is myself and Jeff and our 3 kids, Caleb, Matthew, Alyssa, the twins, our first set, grandchildren, Hattie and John Price, and then our newest grandchild, Anakin. This was me holding him in the hospital right after he was born. So we do have 3 precious little grandchildren, of course. So Caleb is the oldest. He's a firefighter and the father of the twins. And then Matthew is my middle son. He's the father of Anakin, my newest grandchild. And he actually works in the technology industry with Apple. And then Alyssa, my youngest, just started her senior year in high school. So a lot of things changing in the family realm for me, for sure. But it's all good, right? So we're going to talk about time today. I recently heard that the average American watches 294 minutes of TV a day. Anyone doing that? Do you watch a lot of TV throughout the day? This is almost 5 hours of your day. And it makes sense. You get home at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You watch TV till about 10 or 11 at night because you have the TV on the whole time you're home. And, I used to do that. Totally used to do that when I was a teacher. When I'd get home, I'd turn the TV on so I could be listening to the news or to whatever show it was I had on while I was maybe cooking dinner or, doing my evening routine at that time. But I didn't really think about the time that the TV was on. I don't know if you actually think about that or not. Because I didn't think that when you turn the TV on, say at 6 p.m. and keep it on till 11, that's 5 hours of your time that you have spent either watching or listening to something on the TV. So I thought maybe 5 hours of daylight time, during the daytime. How could that be? How can people be earning a living? How can they be having the life they want? But it was accurate. People really do watch 295 minutes of TV a day. And I remembered when I used to do the same. I would just have it on or, for background noise or whatever. Like I said, while I was doing my evening or afternoon routine. And when I was off, teachers do have certain days off, right? I would watch soap operas or talk shows, I don't know. I didn't think, or I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I had, friends that did the same, of course, and we would talk about it, those shows. We'd all watch those same shows and then have a conversation about them, like toward the end of the week or whatever. And, we'd use nicknames for the shows to kind of preference which one we were actually talking about, right? And at the same time, while I'm watching talk shows or soap operas or whatever it is that I'm watching, I have a long list of things I want to get done. Like maybe exercising or eat good food, read a good book, drop 10 pounds, read that whole stack of books I have stacked by the couch or what have you, right? I wanted to learn how to possibly sew or, start a new hobby. I wanted to spend time with friends and family. It was crazy. And today, I think it's even worse because you can get, like on Netflix and watch an entire season of a specific TV show, right? My daughter and I both have specific shows that we like to watch on Netflix. Normally, I watch those in the evening, late in the evening, like maybe when I lay down in the bed, I'll watch maybe an hour of it or something and then go to sleep. Now, I don't remember exactly how she watches hers, but she has shows she watches too. So, every week I would get pizza and sit in front of the TV and watch, like, say, Friends or, one of my specific shows that I liked. And, where did that time go? The thing is that when I realized how much time and energy TV was taking from my day, I decided to make a change. And I don't turn the TV on at all now until after dinner in the evenings. Like I said, I do have certain shows I still like to watch on Netflix, but I have my routine. I have, a business to run, clients to work with, etc. during the day. And so I have a schedule, for that, of course, each thing that I need to do throughout the day for my business and my clients. And then in the evening, I do have dinner to take care of for me and my family. So I wait till after dinner is done. Sometimes I might turn it on while I'm cooking dinner just to listen to something, but not always. But if I'm going to actually sit down and watch something, it's not till after dinner in the evenings. And my friends think I'm crazy, but that's okay. They can think what they want. is not just TV. TV is not the villain. What's happening is it's us. If you want to know why, sorry, my notes are getting mixed up here. Why you're not reaching your dreams, go look in the mirror. There is a ton of information out there. But when you break it down, the decision of where you are now and where you want to be or where you want to go is all yours, right? You have to make that choice. You have to make that decision. So how do we get into action? What do we do? The thing is, it could be scrolling on social media. You know, instead of sitting in front of the TV, you could be taking a good bit of time, 30 minutes, hour, what have you, just scrolling on your phone on social media, you know, whatever platforms you're on. It could be a million different things. It could even be sitting at your desk working on things that are not important, right? Maybe you have X amount of client work you need to get done by the end of a specific day or today, you know, whatever that is. You know, today's Friday, it's the end of the week. Have you got all your client work done? Have you got all the tasks you needed to complete this week done? Our focus and our time is on less important things. Social media is not so important as working with your clients and customers, right? So be mindful of where you're spending your time, right? So I heard recently from an important person that we should write down the amount of money we want to make and divide it by 2080. You know, the amount of money you want to make in a year, say 75,000. Okay. So I think it's like 40, that would be around 40 hours, excuse me, a week. The 2080 will be around 40 hours per week. And that's how much your time is worth. So take the amount of money you want to make or you expect to make by the end of this year. For an example, $75,000. Okay. Divide that by 2080, which equals to be about 40 hours a week. I'm going to do that real quick on my calculator. So 75,000 divided by 2080 is 36. $75,000. If that's your goal, that you want to make that much money by the end of this year, you want to work 40 hours per week, then your time is worth $36 an hour. Okay. So you really need to be thinking about these numbers. Again, for example, you know, the 75,000 divided by the 2080, your time is worth $36 an hour. Now, if you wanted to make, say, 100,000 in a year, your time is worth $48 an hour. A lot of people don't make $48 an hour, right? But you can do that with some work, right? A lot of online businesses like mine, my business is a virtual assistant business, I can pick and choose how much I charge an hour. So if I wanted to charge the 36 or the 48 an hour, I can, right? To help me reach my goal of making the 75,000 or the 100,000 by the end of the year. Now that may be an option for you and your business. It may not. It just depends on what type of business it is you have. But if you really think about it and pinpoint the exact numbers, you know, exactly how much you want to make by the end of this year, then divide it by the 2080, because that's 40 hours per week. Or if you don't want to work 40 hours per week, you know, take the number down a little bit, 2060 or something. You know, if you don't want to work a full 40-hour week every single week. But you can get the exact number of the value of your time per hour. Okay. like I said, you can do this with a little bit of work. So if you think about it in terms of actual value of your time, so when you're sitting at your computer scrolling or doing whatever mindless activity you do, if you're scrolling on social media, if that's one of the mindless activities that you do, and we all have done it, myself included, I want you to think, I could be earning $48 an hour instead, or the $36 an hour instead, right? Or even $30 an hour. And you can absolutely be doing that. So in hindsight, thinking back, stopping the behavior of watching TV for endless hours or listening to it in the background, having it for your background noise or whatever, that's a lot of time that is already gone because that's what you did with that time. But the value of your time is what you need to focus on, okay? Now, you've already lost X amount of time with the scrolling on social media or the watching of TV for 5 hours a day, whatever the case is for you. But when I started valuing my time and started actually working the actual hours that I wanted to get paid, and I have started doing this a whole lot more lately by upping my game. And you can do that too, right? Stay focused, get those numbers, write them down and put them, in front of you somewhere on your desk so you can actually look at them and see them every single day if you need to help you, like to be a reminder for you. I want to make this $75,000 by the end of this year. So I need to be working. I need to stay focused. And I need to work those 36 hours a week. That needs to be billable time, actual hours that I'm getting paid for in order for me to meet my goal and make $75,000 by the end of this year, right? Or if it's the 100,000 is your goal, right? Whatever your goal is. And if you don't want to work the 40 hours, don't use the 2,080, use 2,060 or 70 or whatever. That would give you less hours per week that you would have to work in order to reach your dollar amount goal, whatever that is for you, whatever that looks like for you, right? So I hope you found this information helpful. Again, if you are watching, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. Or if you're watching this later, use #replay to let me know that you are watching this later. Again, I hope this was helpful information for you. And I want to extend an invitation. If you're not part of the Relationship Communications Facebook group, please come on over to Facebook and join us. It's a free group to be a part of. We're very active in there. We introduce ourselves. We schedule coffee chats with each other. It's a great place to build your network. There's over, oh my goodness, almost 600 members. I think we're really getting close to having 600 members in the group. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners in there, right? If you are a member of the group, you are welcome to share or create a post about your business, about what you do. Interact, ask questions so you can answer the questions. These lives are posted in that group for you to watch later if you're not available to join me live. For every live that we do a Tuesday Tips Cut the Gibberish at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays. And of course, this weekly live is at 10 a.m. on Fridays. I also do just started it recently, a coffee chat on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. We kind of discuss our weekend, what we did over the weekend, and which is kind of a personal side of things, and then also a business side of things as well. So I invite you to come join us. There's also a VIP club if you're interested for relationship communications as well. That information is also posted in the group if you'd like to learn more about the VIP club. We're really vamping things up in the VIP club currently and going forward. So the VIP club is where you meet. We meet twice a week, members. It is a paid membership, so you do have to pay to be a part of the VIP club, $27 a month. But we meet twice a month. We have Q&A sessions for our first meeting where you can bring any questions, concerns, or issues, or anything like that to the call. It's not just me answering your questions. It's everyone in the room that will help answer whatever questions you may have. Our second meeting of the month is more like a party, is what I like to call it, where we come and we celebrate all our wins, big or small. It does not matter. And then share a goal for the following month. So it's really a lot of fun. You get to collaborate and, build relationships with other entrepreneurs and business owners. That's what networking is all about, right? Is building relationships with others that's, trying to do the same, right? To help grow their business. We're all wanting to grow our businesses, right? So networking and being part of groups such as this is a great way to do that. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you again next week.